And Jordan Hutchings coming out Rotorua Boys High School, established in 1927 as Rotorua High School, and became Rotorua Boys High School in 1959. 1,022 students there this year. They produced 9 All Blacks. Fire to iti kahurangi, their motto, to the stars through hard work and search for great things, the values that underpin Rotorua Boys High School. Hamilton Boys High School and Napier Boys High in the other semi-final to determine the last 2 in Super A 2020. Top 4 winners in 2003 and 2015. The Rotorua Boys. And we're waiting for New Plymouth Boys High School to appear, and here they are. Rowan Slater, the captain. Beautiful picturesque image that adorns New Plymouth Boys High School as the first 15 arrive, established in 1882. New Plymouth Boys High, 1,360 students that produced 25 All Blacks. Et Komitate, et Virtute, et Sapientia, comradeship, valor and wisdom. The motto and values of this famous school. 5 and 2, 23 points in second position. 2 quality teams on display. tikanga, te reo, rugby, our national game in New Zealand, all encapsulated in those two hakas between New Plymouth Boys High School, the home team, and Rotorua Boys High, Cam Stone, Leighton Butler, Chris Sutton, the match officials in charge of today's semi-final. No stranger to the big occasion, either of these two schools.
And the great thing here is that has calmed the nerves after giving so much passion from the respected hakas, and then they just get back down to business. Now it's just about controlling the first 10 minutes and looking to dominate.
Some parents from the Rotorua Boys, one parent each allowed. All that allowed under our COVID-19 conditions. In the normal circumstances, well, you would have seen that beautiful opening prelim to this game, what that hill looks like when the gully is full. Jack Parker. Porima. Mitchell Windsor. For some field position. Matua Robinson.
Well, the breeze as well. No disrespect to Matua Robinson there, but just dropped on him. So difficult conditions for both of these teams. The wind sort of swirling around, not really favouring any side in the first 35 minutes. Let's see how the first set piece goes.
Lost forward at the line out by New Plymouth Boys High, so that is Elliott for Bidwa. Oh, then the ball's loose. And Captain Slater with a very good carry. Liam Day, Parker, into midfield. It's a penalty advantage for a high tackle, Parker.
High tackle.
And Liam Day. Parker with a little chip and chase.
Leave it, leave it.
Penalty for the high shot, but Rotorua Boys through Dana Bidwa, took the ball into contact, didn't control it. And our first real look at Rowan Slater, his eyes lit up as soon as he saw the ball come loose, and then they went a few phases, a high shot put on, and New Plymouth Boys High School have a chance to score the first points. Playing into that breeze a little bit. Hard for them to get over the advantage line in there, but it is Hutchins, the captain for, co-captain for Rotorua Boys, him and Bidwa, the two captains, flying in just a little bit high on that occasion.
No water.
Well, with this, the first kick at post, only 39 metres on the angle, pretty much directly in front of the post too, and he's got a slight breeze blowing from left to right over his shoulder. Shouldn't have any problems with the distance.
Start for Plymouth Boys High, Jack Parker. Penalty.
Kenny, this will hold up in the one, Kenny.
Mitchell Windsor. Inside their own quarter, they shift. Kick off the third receiver, Mitchell Windsor.
Okay, stop, stop.
Plenty of time.
All good.
Now Robinson. Parker.
Okay, White, stop.
This time looks trying to turn Rotorua back into their own half. And now on the return.
That's clearly release also, but you're off your feet.
Great first up tackle from New Plymouth Boys High School. Tight head prop, Sean Leith, getting up there and making sure that he committed his body, making the tackle there. It's always good to see the big fellas getting up and doing their job. That's a lovely tackle from the tight head prop. Have a look at this. There it is. Comes into motion there. Make sure that he gets him to ground. He hasn't given away the penalty. It's the man over the top. No clear release there. No chance for the player to actually play the ball.
Rotorua going to the back of the line out.
Remember that stability and balance on the bind. Remember that stability and balance on the bind, please.
Well, this is an area of the game that I'm really looking forward to. The first scrum, two very big forward packs in particular. Sefa, Raniu and Leith in the front row there for New Plymouth boys. They've been in good form in 2020, and this is an area that they'll want to really do some damage and go to work.
Not having you two doing that. Okay, stay straight, go into the space.
Wonder if Jack Goodhue's looking at that haka.
Crouch. Bind.
Mirror blind, mirror, mirror, mirror.
Set!
Sefa, Ranui and Leith in the front row for New Plymouth Boys High School.
Scrum. Okay. Must be balanced on the engage, on the set.
Go, Mel, go, Mel. Black A, boys, black A.
Crouch.
3, 2, 1, squeeze.
Bind.
Liam Day.
Set!
8-9 play, Potaka, Day. Ball in two hands. Now the kick in behind the Rotorua defence. And then some good hustle from Vakadula. Good hustle from the winger.
Hold here.
Nice, boys, nice.
Fantastic from Potaka. Have a look at this.
Go on the line out.
He's the reason they get over the
Here.
advantage line. That is terrific number 8 play, giving Day the advantage to get over and then to put the lovely kick through. Tremendous play from New Plymouth Boys High.
Middle, 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 middle. Stay up there. Mr. Team. Get up, Brook, get up, Brook. Get up, Brook. Get up, Brook, get up, Brook, get up.
So Ranui for Mitchell. Now Day.
Yeah.
Strong, powerful
Tackle
run.
out. Stay up.
Parker tips the ball on into midfield. Now they're just on the 22. Now Rowan Slater. Day. Again, they go to the left side, so 3 consecutive faces. Right to left.
Careful, careful.
Day, Parker, and a couple of decoy runners, a little half breakers, big magnet Plymouth, but there's an obstruction.
Obstruction. You're in front of the man, stopping the guy making a tackle.
So the captain guilty of being in front,
Obstruction from 6.
not allowing them the right to make the tackle. Boy, that was a nice build-up, some 7 phases of the players getting over the advantage line. Good hard running. And I've liked the defence from Rotorua in the opening 8 minutes. They've been doing a lot of defence in their own half. And now through Mitchell Windsor, they get the chance to actually get into enemy territory. Just there, have a look. They look to use the decoy runners up front there, and you can see that Slater didn't give Takahashi a chance to get across and make the tackle. The right call from the referee.
So Boudoir to the back of the line out. In the carry. Now they shift. Runners available, Takahashi. Good, strong carry from the front row. That's the 10-metre line on the middle of your screen, but nice job defensively from New Plymouth.
Yeah, the two midfielders, Rova and Rewiti. There they are, the dynamic duo. Boy, that's not easy to stop a prop running straight at you at full pace as well. He targeted them, he went straight for the centres, and look at that, the work of just knowing the laws of the game to try and keep them up. And then once it went to ground, they had every right to stay where they were.
Balance. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Liam Day
Stop.
drops to the open side. Potaka, Day. A little short ball, Rewiti and Rova working hard in the midfield.
Leave it now.
Day got the option to go left or right. Good counter ruck from Rotorua. And now they go to the right edge. Takahashi with a tip on for Bidwa.
Back.
Perese Elliott. Takahashi engages the defence. Mitchell Windsor. Porima beats the first defender with a bit of footwork. They were building pressure nicely as well.
Been a great game for the loose forwards. Been active, Jordan Hutchings right from the get-go. He got Rotorua boys the turnover, and then Greer Atkins says, anything you can do, I led the haka. I can match you and I can get over this one. Boy, that's copybook play. That's terrific from these young men, showing so much maturity for such a young age. And have a look at this. Down, straight over the ball. And Brooklyn Greer Atkins diffuses the situation.
Radnui goes to the back of the line out for New Plymouth boys high.
On forward. Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady.
Boys, coming in!
Elliott. Mitchell
Okay, forward,
Windsor
stop.
runs right, kicks left. Now Drona on the return. It's a good run from the right winger. Now Liam Day. Sifa. Big, strong front rower with a good carry. Commits 3 defenders. Day. Slater tips the ball on down the left edge. Bakadula.
Tackle.
Day. Slater, captain. He's hard at the line. Rowan Slater, Liam Day. Parker. Plenty of runners to choose from. Ranui. He's hit by his opposite. Strong carry. Ranui. Day. Parker running left to right, and now Drona with the ball along the ground. Drona! Oh, the touch judge ruins the party.
Oh, he deserved it. He started it way back inside his own half when it was kicked to him from Mitchell Windsor. And 8 phases later, the ball along the ground, thought that he had got in the corner. Assistant referee saw it differently. Tremendous run from Ranui up the middle, and also Vakadula down that left-hand side. Well, we've got the advantage of the TMO and also a great crew inside the truck. And have a look at this. This looked like a try for me. Whānau. Oh.
Crouch.
Pukekura off the back.
Bind.
Let him come right.
Set.
Liam Day.
Stay on, Stephen.
Pukekura on cue. He goes right, bounces off the first tackler. Nice call from Willie Losse. Now the big boys. Mitchell. All the balls being turned over. Sabatini from inside his own and goal. Good chase from Greer Atkins to put him under pressure. Couldn't get the kick away. Now Mitchell Windsor this time. Under the pump, but clears it.
Boy, the Sky Sport player of the day is one person putting his hand up. They've gone on quickly.
Now in midfield, Rover. Inside the 22 and a penalty.
7 entry. You must come back around before playing the ball.
He's one of the best I've seen in Land Rover First 15 in 2020. Jordan
Must come
Hutchings.
back around before playing the ball.
3 turnovers, and that important one right on the goal line was that man there in screen. On that occasion, he went in through the side door instead of the back door where he's supposed to come. He is quality, this young man. Write his name down. Boy, oh boy.
The Chiefs under 18s program as well. Jack Parker, he's 2 from 2 in the kicking. Mitchell Windsor. Rowan Slater.
Leave it.
Day. Sifa. Hard. The handle big.
Tackle.
Mele Sifa gets his team over the advantage line. Now Levi Revity. Day.
Okay, hold here, forwards.
Parker trying to outrun the defender with a little chip over the top. And a terrible bounce for Rotorua Boys High, but a good bounce for New Plymouth. Jericho York.
Hold here. Ball's available.
There's Elliott. Te Homona Te Aute. Mitchell
Okay, forward
Windsor.
stop.
Matua, Robinson,
Stop,
Haka,
forwards.
in looking for space, Te Aute,
Inside.
Mitchell Windsor.
Oh, terrific skills shown from these sides. Difficult conditions, as mentioned, with the breeze that's swirling around, but just looking to put their team in good field position. And it's been all New Plymouth Boys High School with possession, 63%, 63% territory. And they've spent just under 2 minutes in the opposition 22, whereas Rotorua Boys hardly got out of their own half.
Parker. Now they go to work. Potter. Good day, scanning the defence. Opting to go with a right side play. Now hard at the line. Greer Atkins. Now Parker looking for runners, a couple of decoys. And now they chance their arm down the left edge. New Plymouth Boys High. There's a great offload. And terrific work in defence.
Well, they found a gap, didn't they? Funua went a little high
So I'm on the other side of that.
on the second 5'8", Rewiti, and he just went through the gap with these. He's been in terrific form. Parker just keeping the ball alight as well. And they're just showing the sideline. Robinson
And now,
doing everything but score the tries here in New Plymouth.
4-man line out, goes forward.
Come on, Jacob.
Penalty for an
On the
infringement
arm.
at the line out to allow Rotorua boys high to clear.
Just look at that, the stats. Possession, 65%. It's been all New Plymouth boys, and the same with territory. And the other stat is that time inside the opposition, 22. That is incredible. Rotorua boys, they haven't been there.
The Rotorua boys, no ball, no field position, have only conceded 2 penalties.
Inside 7.
We're pretty happy with that at this stage. Those numbers we expect will even up. And that won't help. And then correct
Scrum together.
throw. So bring it down on all those numbers, Willie, and they haven't conceded a try in 20 minutes.
Yeah, it says something about the character of this team. There's plenty of heart in this Rotorua Boys High School, and you expect that from any side that's coached by Ngademu Simpkins. Boy, in his day, he could play.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Please! Coming in!
And Day. 8-9 play, and Portima
Line
couldn't
of
get
Arna's lost forward.
the ball.
Sorry, I thought Blue had picked it up. Lost forward at the back.
There is Ngademu Simpkins, been in charge of the Rotorua Boys High School program now for a number of years, and as I say, Ken, I was unlucky enough to play against him, and I'll tell you what, I knew it. He was some player.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Please!
Sabatini. Cut out ball. And Rotorua. Oh, loose pass. Jericho York under some pressure. Sabatini was the go-to guy in the midfield on that play for the Rotorua boys.
Usually what happens when a team very rarely sees possession is that they try and shift the ball wide on the first occasion, as opposed to just giving your forwards a target. Maybe using Sabatini and Smith in the midfield just to give them something to hit. And then look to go wide after that, but such as the occasion, it is a semi-final. It looks like New Plymouth boys have already made a replacement. Well, the front rowers there just going back. What's that? Meli Sifa, rather. Lost his mouth guard.
That's the error about 13.5 minutes to go.
Okay. Time on. Line out, is it? Line out. Put it in,
3
please.
years in the first 15 for Meli Sifa. Loose, tight head prop.
Hold. Leighton. Leighton, was it lost forward into touch? So you've got the option. Take the scrum. Scrum. Cool.
Let's go, boys, let's go. Locks on, locks on. Calls on, mate.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Angle Melly.
Stay straight on this side. All right, engage the scrum and then no wait until the ball's in place.
Locks on. Mel, come on, Mel.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Just on a 10-metre mark inside the Rotorua half. And Rova, the centre, gets on the inside of Smith.
Release.
Nice job from Rova. They've stretched it right out to the left side. Parker. Little decoy in midfield. Now Rov again handles. And they come back towards Rotorua. Bria Atkins does well.
Ruck's clearly formed. You can't then take the ball.
Very clear to stretch the defence for sure.
Aaron, you can see the difference. The team that's had the possession starting to play a more structured pattern as well, setting a midfield target, then going down the left-hand side, then moving it back on the right. Really good play, and now that extends the territory out to 71%. Just have a look at the play here. Rotorua boys thought that he was out, so they all stopped, but the ball was still in play. And look at them, they're just standing there looking at the assistant ref. And then the infringement occurred.
Nothing. Ranui. And their ball won by Shea Portaka.
Release. Onside.
Ranui. Good defence from Porima. Good tackle. And now Porima really bringing some heat on New Plymouth Boys High. And now Drona through the middle, gets the first try. He's been a threat every time he's got near the ball. Drona.
Well, that's kind of Sever Reese that we used to see playing in the Super 8 competition for the top team Hamilton boys. The work that you mentioned, though, Whanau, about Porima, that's what created the gap, is that's where he went right through the middle. Drauna couldn't believe it. Not many wingers come in looking for work in the dark places like that, but he just picked it up, couldn't believe his luck, and just showed strength and determination to get through and score the first try of the afternoon.
Leighton happy that side. Just then.
69% of the ball, 72% of the field position. 2.5 minutes and their opponent's 22. It is all going the way of New Plymouth Boys High. And their kicker Parker has kicked 3 from 3 and they lead 13-0.
Just terrific. They cleared out the ruck, and then the ball was just there, no one in behind the ruck for Rotorua boys, and that is something that I'm sure they'll address. They only trailed by 13. I say only. Boy, with those stats that you just mentioned, it should be behind by about 30.
Mitchell Windsor. And Day. Parker. And Jericho York. Mitchell Windsor. Shape to go right, came back to the left looking for York. Down the left edge, York. Elliott. Brooke Mitchell. Mitchell Windsor. So Whare Aorere. Mitchell. Little second man play. Smith. Backs into the defence.
Hold for
Noah. A solid tackle on him made by Jacob Mitchell, and they come down the left side. Jericho York with another carry. Teresa Elliott. Brooke Mitchell. Mitchell Windsor. Whare Aorere. Back the left side. Puni Black. Mitchell Windsor at the line, cut out ball. And advancing. Play by play. And a tough ball to catch for Mitchell, but he controls it. Teresa Elliott. And Dana Bidwa. Tackled by Portaka. Again, a couple of decoy runners. York. York. Over the ball, Mitchell.
no lifting, stay here.
Now Brooke Mitchell for Rotorua boys with another carry. He's been busy through these phases. Now Mitchell Windsor with a lovely right foot step. Mitchell Windsor running across the defence. Now what a brilliant individual try from Xavier Mitchell Windsor.
15 phases and a warning to the home side. If you're going to give us possession and plenty of it, it's going to cost you points. Boy, what a line from Xavier Mitchell Windsor, but the man that set it up was Bless Peresi Elliott. That's the first time he ran in 15 phases, the halfback. Normally just distributed, and on that occasion he picked the ball up, drew in 2 defenders, and then the change of angle from Mitchell Windsor, and then he just pinned his ears back. Absolute class. That is money.
3 years in the first 15. He's a year 13 student now. Xavier. Coach Simpkins will be happy. The boys have dug deep, and we went through those stats with you just a moment ago. They are on the wrong side of every single stat of significance. They've scored 1 try, conceded just 1. And Mitchell Windsor attempting to convert his own try is not successful, but what a wonderful individual effort from Mitchell Windsor.
And a couple of players need to be commented on as well. Whānau, you mentioned Brooke Mitchell, the loose forward for Rotorua, was really busy during all of that. Jericho York got his hands on the ball a couple of times. And as I say, just that 9-10 combination, that beautiful change of line from Mitchell Windsor. Boy, that is first class.
Jack Parker, Peresi Elliott, and now Porema. Away from the first defender, away from the second. Takes 2 more to stop the big back rower. Now Peresi Elliott, and he wins the penalty. Terrific play from Porema.
Off the ball.
I watched him after New Plymouth Boys High had scored, and he was frustrated because it was the gap that he had just cleared a player out from, and look at the way that he responds. Oh, you can't coach that. You've either got it or you haven't, and this young man has got plenty of it, plenty of ticker.
96 kilos, a good size. Dana Bidwa, you've got a high work rate too, this boy, Bidwa. The front of the line out. Hutchings. Mitchell Windsor. Taken by Shea Potaka. Sabatini. Peresi Elliott for Whānau.
Tackle.
Peresi Elliott. Brooke Mitchell lets the ball go early. Now they come to the right edge. Taute. The ball in 2 hands. He's at the line, but they hold him up. New Plymouth. Good defence from New Plymouth Boys High. If he can't find the ground, this will be a scrum for New Plymouth Boys High. Good defence.
Yeah, terrific. That man again, Rover. Johnny Rover playing 13 and centre position for New Plymouth Boys. He's so strong, that upper body strength that he has, where he's just able to keep them there and just wait for the teammates to arrive. Lovely ball movement, though. Really starting to get into their structure now, Rotorua Boys High, and playing to their patterns. And there it is, Rover and also Parker. And then all of a sudden the big boys arrive, and there's no way the ball's coming out of there.
Buying. Set.
Here's the field position. It's the New Plymouth Boys High 10-metre line, so they're inside their own half.
Balls out.
Poor Tucker scrambles forward on his knees. And then a loose ball and a wide pass for Robinson. And he's cleaned up eventually by the Rotorua Boys High defence. Nice slick passing. Rova. And a Vakadula down the left edge. And the ball's turned over. Taute. Peresi Elliott Whanua. He had a good work rate today as well, Whanua. Mitchell Windsor. Sabatini has missed out. And now Smith, Nemani Smith. And Mitchell Windsor forced to go into halfback. Parisi Elliott is now standing at first receiver. Hutchings, the co-captain. Nice play. Whare Aorere. Mitchell Windsor. Whanua carries again. Second carry and 4 rucks. Now, nice wide ball. Nemani Smith has taken on the advantage line. Whanua. And trying to commit defenders. Mitchell Windsor. Takahashi. Tackled eventually by Ranui. They're going to come back the left side with a cutout ball. Then an early release on the wraparound for Mitchell Windsor. Nice and calm and cool football from Rotorua.
Yeah, it's methodical, isn't it? It's patient. It's accurate. 10 phases they held onto the ball there. And your Plymouth boys will just be looking to get to the break with this lead. They won't want to concede points at this late stage of the first half. He's been good too, Takahashi, as well as the 2 locks. Boy, they've got through a mountain of work, the tight 5.
Natharanui, the ball over the top of Bidwa. Rotorua boys high, looking to finish the first half in style. Porema. And now Nemani Smith. He's elusive with his footwork. Whanua. Very busy game from Whanua. And a penalty advantage as well. Sabatini, knowing that they've got the penalty.
It's with the momentum. 12. Be careful.
Dangerous tackle from Rewiti.
Momentum.
Boy,
Land
Whanua,
on his shoulder.
Whare Aorere, Takahashi, Bidwa, and Hutchings and Mitchell. Boy, you can name the whole forward pack, in fact, for both teams, just how busy they've been. And they're going to turn down the 3 points, and they're going to look to try and get 5, possibly 7.
Dana Bidwa. First objective
We go inside this.
to win the line out.
Let's go. Hey, don't walk out. You're in. Play the game, please. And White.
Hutchings at halfback as well.
Done that. Whanua wins the line out. Now they set for the drive. Now they advance. Rotorua boys side. There it is. The game is as simple as that. Throw, jump, drive, try to Bidwa.
Oh, brilliantly called, Ken. Boy, that's out of the manual, isn't it? The blueprint, and that'll disappoint the home side because they were leading. They gave away a penalty. They opted to go for the line out, and look at this. They brought it down. Hutchings is there, and then they just split a little bit. He puts the ball to the back where Bidwa had come around, and oh, hookers, they love that. Nothing better. And getting a try for your school right on the stroke of half-time.
Be delighted with that. They are well coached, well prepared. It's those kind of opportunities from a 5-metre line out where everybody knows what they're going to do offensively and defensively, but it's still almost impossible to stop, and it's executed well. And now Mitchell Windsor with the conversion. So 2 tries to 1, all the ball and all the field position. And at half-time, it's 13 points to 12, New Plymouth boys high over Rotorua boys high. The second half underway. Mitchell Windsor Bradley, did I say Rowan Slater? We'll come back to Bradley Slater in a moment. Sifa.
Tackle! Hold. It's carried back. Stop forwards, don't
Haka.
go. Yep.
Looking to put Rotorua back in their own half. Now Rotorua looking at down the left edge. And they try to make an impression on the new Plymouth Boys High defence. Nicely done from Rotorua. They're under enormous pressure in the first half. And Matua Robinson kicked the ball directly. I almost called Rowan Slater Bradley Slater just a moment ago. There he is, the co-captain. His father Gordon, a very proud Taranaki Hurricanes legend and All Black. Of course, cousin of Bradley and nephew of Andy. Wonderful Taranaki and Hurricanes family, the Slaters. Mitchell Windsor shifts the ball quickly into the midfield, and a lovely little offload now down the right side to Aute. With a lovely left-hand fend. Terrific run, Tiaute. And the recycle.
Tackle!
Well, they've grown a leg. Rotorua Boys High, then Takahashi with some ball play at the line.
Captain there, Jordan Hutchins.
You can't creep on the ground forward.
Guilty of just crawling like a baby on the ground. You can't do that in the modern game. Once you're tackled, you've got to just stay where you are and release the ball. Beautiful build-up, though. Some lovely skills shown from Rotorua Boys. Interesting just hearing the two captains.
There's Hurricanes.
7.
All Black.
Taking yourself past their line.
Taranaki proud, Gordon Slater. Watching proudly. Talk about rugby being in our genes. It certainly is in the case of the Slater whānau as they go to work now from inside their own half. The recycle is a good one, Liam Day. Parker. Shaped to pass and goes wide for Vakadula. A little grub along the ground is continued by Robinson. And under pressure, Rotorua start from inside their own 22. And they've opened them up. The offload and the tackle is a good one. Teresa Elliott with the ball. Tiaute. Nice hands, good defence. And Rova. Nice wide pass, and now Greer Atkins with the tackle on the legs, and they look to recycle the ball. Rotorua. Whanua. Back the right side. Little decoy play, and again they like the look of the right edge. Yamane, ball in two hands at the line. A lovely ball down the right side. Tiaute and Nemani Smith. Terrific combination. Now they've got them. 7 metres out. Rotorua Boys High. Mitchell Windsor with a ball out the back door with a stand and shift to the left edge. Nice running. Rotorua Boys High looking to recycle. 10 metres out. Whanua. Short ball, Takahashi. Tips the ball on early. Nice ball play from the front rower.
Leave him. Use it.
Teresa Elliott.
He's fine. Over here.
Oh, and Slater.
Must get back to the hindmost foot.
Aggressive to try and disrupt that play and stop the momentum of Rotorua Boys High.
Oh, take it back to Jericho York inside his own 22. The kick went through and he scooped up the ball and he started the attack from way back on his own goal line. Have a look at this. In, out, and then the lovely pass to Nemani Smith. Thought they were in there. I thought on a number of other occasions that they were going to score. I put it down to the class of New Plymouth Boys High School and their determination to make sure that they made the all-important tackles that they needed to.
I wouldn't have thought after 25 minutes gone in the first half that we'd be looking at a situation with the Rotorua 15-13 ahead. No ball, no field position, no time in their opponent's 22.
Something interesting Nadi Mula-Simpkins said to his boys at halftime, Rotorua Boys College. He said the set piece, if we can win our own ball, we'll do okay. So just keep an eye out on that.
It's accidental. Accidental.
Moving forward.
It's accidental.
Kick-off.
Time off.
They've turned around the position and territory stats as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Rotorua coming back into this game, and in the last 10 minutes of the first half, where they had about 23% possession and 32% territory, they've now had a bit more ball and starting to look a little bit more competitive, as is the scoreboard. They've got the breeze at their favour as well, Rotorua, and so I'm quite surprised that they're running the ball as much as they are, but such is the enthusiasm of these young men. That's what we love about Land Rover First 15 Rugby.
Crouch.
I hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching it around New Zealand or around the world on rugbypass.com. We also have to pick a Sky Sport Man of the match.
I've only got 12 of them.
Remember, I have to see a balanced scrum before I call set. Just watch this side for balance, Chris.
So dangerous is Bless Peresi Elliott, the halfback for Rotorua Boys. When he starts running from the base, changes their whole attack line. Everything sparks off that young man, that man there. When he just distributes, the defence reads it. When he starts running, he's a threat.
Bind. Set!
Hold! Come in!
Elliott. Mitchell Windsor.
Stop, 7. Thank you.
Matua Robinson.
Oh, sorry.
Shaping to kick, but in the end opted to take the defence on. Liam Day, Parker, Greer Atkins. He lets it go for the captain, Rowan Slater. What's some more? So Rotorua Boys high. If they keep him up, they will get the feed at the scrum. Inside their opponent's half, that is a big defensive play.
And take a bow, Kenny Whanua. Have a look at the lock if we get another chance to see this. He actually comes running in from the blind side of where Slater is, and he knows what a threat he is. Have a look. The Tongan lock. He'll get the ball. Have a look to his right-hand side there. There he is. Comes in, wraps his arms around the ball and says, "You're not going to ground, son. You're going to stay on your feet, and I'm going to hold you up here until we get the whistle."
Slow and steady.
Busy with the ball as well. Whanua really imposing his big frame on the opposition defence line.
Bind.
Peresi Elliott.
Set!
15-13. This is 2 playing
Okay,
3.
time off, please.
Super 8 2020 semi-final.
Come over to me, front row.
The other semi-final involving Hamilton Boys High, 7-0. Hamilton up against Napier Boys High.
I appreciate you being out for 45 minutes, and it's pretty fast game. But if you don't get the balance right from here on in, then I'll start making some decisions. Correct, it's to both teams, on this side and that side. Who?
Hamilton Boys High just giving an update, leading 19-11 in the other semi-final against Napier Boys High. Very close, as you'd expect. So these two teams, we said in the lead, are both 5 wins and 2 losses. Hamilton 7-0 in the regular season, and Napier Boys High 4-3. So not a lot separating the top 4. And we're covering the final for you live on Sky Sport next weekend as well. Of course, we're yet to determine where it's going to be. Where would you rather be on a Saturday afternoon watching a bit of footy?
This is a perfect setting, isn't it?
Stay down. Stay down.
It's more like a dungeon if you're the opposition team when you come here, though. Boy, it must be intimidating when the school is in full flight doing the haka on those terraces.
Time on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Press it, Elliott. Run with a decoy runner, and they hit the right side. And then the penalty is won on the ground by New Plymouth Boys High.
Johnny Rover again. You've spoken about him on a number of occasions in his prowess on attack. There on defence, he's the loose forward. You'd think he's got number 7 on his back, but here's the move, lovely decoy run, and then they get it out to Tiaute. Gets taken early in the tackle, and that's what allows Rover to go straight in on the ball. Couldn't get him out of the way. New Plymouth Boys go on the attack.
Nata Ranui with a quick throw, won by Mitchell. And then Shea Potaka. And a lovely offload and another offload through the middle. They're making big gains. New Plymouth Boys High. And now Sifa bounces off the first defender, and not for the first time in this game either. Parker looking for runners. Ranui commits the midfield defence. They're looking for a quick recycle. And they win the penalty, New Plymouth Boys High.
Best passage of play for the second half for the home side.
Don't put yourself there.
That is stunning skills from these young men. Looking to up the tempo, so they throw the ball in quickly. Rotorua weren't set. Lovely set piece in the middle with a couple of offloads here from some of the big ball players in. Potaka, he gets it off to Bakadula, and then in the Liam Day, the little halfback, is there, and have a look at this. Sifa, get out of my way, he says. Sledgehammer. There's the penalty, and that's a chance to get them back in front.
Well, it's been a perfect day so far for Jack Parker, who's 4-4, and they go back in the lead, New Plymouth, by 16 points to 15. Mitchell wins that. Straight down to Jack Parker.
Okay, White, stop.
Plenty of time for Parker to get the kick away. Well, he's been good today, Jack. Good pass selection, good runner. Perfect with his goal kicking. Solid in defence.
Okay, ball's available. Ball's here.
Dana Bidwa. Looking for Fanua, beaten in the air by Mitchell, who loses the ball forward.
Advantage lost forward.
After winning a line out against the throw. Mitchell wins it. No.
Your entry, but no advantage because lost forward at the line out. It's lost forward, lost forward.
Once again, showing the importance of the line-outs, the set piece that Rotorua boys coach had spoken to them about. He said, if we can win our set pieces, I'll just remind you, during the halftime break, if we win our own ball, he says, we'll win this game.
About my message.
And just showing there at the set piece possession, coming back. In fact, it's Rotorua who lead there. Same with the territory. And the other stat that concerns me if I was the coach is the missed tackles here. 13 to Rotorua, 8 missed tackles from New Plymouth boys.
Fine.
And they're 102 rucks between the two sides.
Set.
Elliott Tialtes come from the right wing to take the ball on the left side. He steps away from the first defender, but then he's held up by the next two. Then he's stripped of the ball by Rewati. Big defensive play, and now a tip on Jack Parker. It's down the left edge. Parker comes back off the left foot step. Now he goes on the outside. Parker, stop, start, offloads the ball. Brilliant play from New Plymouth Boys High. Great defence now from Rotorua. Now the recycle is good and they hit the midfield. Instantly they turn defence into attack. And now they tip on down the right edge. There a chance. New Plymouth boys high. Very good field position. Inside the 5, they concede a penalty. But look at the yardage they've made.
Greer Atkins holding on, unfortunately. But the run from Parker was something special. He had too many options in the end, and he was up against a loose head prop and a loose forward. Thought he was going to back himself and go for the corner. They win the ball, they set a target in the midfield through Sifa, and then they look to go wide through Greer Atkins. And that determination again from Rotorua boys. This is worthy of being a final, let alone a semi-final. Unbelievable defence to get there. There's the run from Parker. Have a look at this. Final. Yeah, too many options. Look at the prop trying to keep up with him.
He's showing us that he's got the full skill set, Jack Parker. Bidwa. Bit of movement at the front and the ball goes to the back. And now in to the midfield. Perese Elliott.
Carry back, forward stay.
Nice kick, splits the winger and the fullback. And puts the Plymouth boys high in their own quarter. Jack Parker.
Okay, White, stop, stop.
Looking to go long, doesn't find touch. So now Rotorua boys high on the counter-attack. Inside their own half. Shea Portaka with the tackle. Perese Elliott. Bidwa. Now Rotorua patient and deliberate with their build-up. Whanua, what a game he's had, Whanua. Another carry.
So much space here, Jericho.
It's all about millimetres in this game. Two quality sides, and boy, they're putting on a performance for us here in 50 minutes. It's been high intensity, it's been accurate, it's been patient at different times, and there's been a whole lot of skills that's been put in there, and this is where he goes straight in to take the legs out. You can see there the referee, Cam Stone, saying to Bidwa that you can't go in that position. If he'd straightened up just a little more and come more straighter.
Ball looked like it went forward from the line-out, but no call from the official, so play on Parker. First receiver. Portaka.
On the ground.
Great field position for New Plymouth boys high. Back the right side they go. Sifa looking for Ranui, the hooker.
Tackle again.
Liam Day. Sifa again. It's the ball go. Greer Atkins.
Stay, stay, stay. Okay, release, release. Leave it, you two.
Parker. Portaka. Good tackle on Portaka. Day, ball pass straight to Rotorua player. Perese Elliott. Mitchell Windsor. Thought about shifting the ball, in the end kicked it. Rauna. Ball went forward, tried to commit two defenders before releasing the ball. Drifted forward and will give an attacking opportunity to Rotorua.
John Horua helping with Rotorua down inside their own half. He was the man that made that intercept. Looked dangerous with New Plymouth Boys High School.
We're getting updates from the other semi-final. 19-18. Hamilton Boys High and Napier Boys High. 7-0, don't forget, Hamilton Boys High. A couple of anxious moments for their coach, Nigel Hoffman.
If Napier Men's High School win, you'll never hear the end of it from Richard Turner.
No, we won't.
Bind. Set!
Good scrum from New Plymouth. Mitchell wins that. 2 missed passes. Now Tiaute comes back on the inside off a right foot step. Takahashi lets the ball go early for Whanua. Nice wide ball, Nemani Smith. Tall and athletic Smith. Counter ruck is good from New Plymouth Boys High. Peresi Elliott hustled, good defence.
Keep the space. Let's go, White. Numbers are fine.
Ranui for Jacob Mitchell. Parker. Inoka. Some more. This will be a Rotorua Boys High. If they can't,
Out 13.
if they can't recycle the ball, this will be an attacking scrum for Rotorua Boys High, and they can't. So another outstanding defensive effort.
Oh, that's the 4th time they've done it. That is all class. Just went running into the... Oh, look at this. He just ran into a brick wall. This is just like a fly going into a spider web. You can't get out. Look at him. That is it. It's all over. They just wrap him up. They wait for teammates to arrive. And they get the advantage of an attacking scrum. They've been really accurate at that this afternoon, Rotorua Boys High School.
Crouch. Bind. Set! Stay up.
That's that look that every prop gives the referee whenever there's a penalty
Shots called.
in the front row. Me, sir? Can't be. Cam Stone spoke about it to both front rows, says that if you can't sort it out, I will. He's asking them to be a little closer and also to not go down. Quality game of rugby union, and Rotorua were able to take the lead here. Put it back to that defensive tackle that they made to get the turnover.
Wins that. Score. Another change of lead. 18-16.
Let's go, boys. Next job. We need this kick off. Take the kick off.
13 and a half.
On you, Kelly.
Here's the referee, 13 and a half left. I have no idea who will advance to the final. Plenty of pressure on the other semi-final as well with that 1918 update we gave you a moment ago. Rona, Parker. Parker ran left and came back to the right side of Akadula. So Day, Parker, Rova. Inside the first defender, taken in a good tackle by Nemani Smith. Parker, Safi gives the ball late for Rowan Slater, the captain. What's another more? He needs to find the ground, Slater. He can't find the ground. It'll be another scrum for Rotorua Boys High.
Well, they've perfected this. Porima, the man, big hard-working number 8, holds him up again. Whanua's in there. It's getting so comfortable. Even the halfback went running in at one stage there. Peresi Elliott adding his 45 Ks.
Porima. Two good number 8s on display today. Porima and Portaka. Hard-working, tough and uncompromising.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Purdy set. Elliott. Good scrum from New Plymouth. Mitchell Windsor with an attacking kick. Gives it straight to Levo Rawati. It's a foot race down the right edge of Rawati. Yes! Against the run of play, no one cares, it's a try. The New Plymouth boys high, Rawati.
They might call him Harry Potter after this game. That was magician-like. He had no right to collect that ball at all. The ball down by his ankles. And how did he do this? Mitchell Windsor with the kick through. In fact, it was up around the bread basket. My apologies. Then he just put down the hammer, backed himself to the corner, and Rotorua couldn't get there in time. Look at that. Boy, they needed that. Playing into the wind, haven't had too much possession in the second half, and they take the lead.
We talk all the time in our game about taking those opportunities. And that is exactly what the Rawati did. Haka.
Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. What a show both of these sides are putting on.
So 9 minutes and 50 seconds of the 20 season remains. 2020 season remains for one of these teams. Rowan Slater, the captain. It's another more, he's been held up. Again, they're inside the half. A bit of hustle from Leith. Being turned over into the midfield. Nemani Smith. Strong tackle on him by Ione Rova. Teresa Elliott. And they just go to work. Rotorua through Brooke Mitchell. Tiaute. Tiaute. It's away from two defenders. Caught by the cover. Good hard running and an offload in the tackle. And a wide ball, and then two players on the left edge. They come down and get a try in the left-hand corner. Rotorua boys high, what a finish.
Well, Nemani Smith gets the rewards, gets the chocolates from the handoff from his captain Hutchings. But have a look at this, Tiaute down the right-hand side, beats the prop for sure. Sifa held up in the tackle there, and then they just move the ball. Have a look at this last pass here. Absolutely wonderful. There you go, son, help yourself to a try. Smith in the corner. Rotorua strike back.
Dana, good time. Bang on, 8.
Well, he's got it down. It's in the Herald tomorrow.
8 minutes.
Nemani Smith. (24-18). Hamilton boys high. Not long to go there as well as Mitchell Windsor. No, not to be. 23, 21. 7.5 to go. 2 points separating them.
And this is where Rotorua will use that advantage of the wind. Don't expect them to keep ball in hand. From this kickoff, they'll just set a target and then they'll just kick and ask New Plymouth to try and work it from their own half. He's been good, hasn't he? That's been another good challenge. Whanau Smith and Rova in the midfield.
Rotorua, boys high. Offload and the tackle has been lost forward. New Plymouth with a scrum inside their opponent's half.
Big scrum here, big scrum!
And this is where you just back your systems and everything that you've worked on all year. All the sacrifices, all the runs that you've gone on, the gym sessions, the early morning trainings before school. This is what it all comes down to, the last 6 minutes of a semi-final.
Crouch.
Boy, I'd like to see them go 8-9 right here. New Plymouth boys, they've got threats down that right-hand side.
Bind.
And Liam Day giving a nice ball to Rauna.
Day waits. Parker at the line, the decoy runners. Rova.
Stage.
Day loaded up the left side. Tangi. Jamal, they've held him up, they're going to win. The feed at the scrum, if they can't find the ground, they are strong offensively and defensively, Rotorua boys.
Well, you can hear their call, stack him. Stack him obviously means we've got him up off the ground, get in here and help. They have exploited that to perfection this afternoon. That is not easy to do.
Time off. Can't see everything, mate.
And have a look at this. First runner off. Tangi runs into them and then they just say stack him and they hold him up. Got to do a lot of curls, a lot of upper body strength required to keep a player up off the ground like that.
Well, Willie, you and I were there in 2015 when Rotorua boys high won the top four. Narimu Simpkins was the coach on that occasion as well.
Oh, hold on.
James Toffa was in that team playing for Manawa too. Te Aotea, Caleb Trask was in that team. Alex Fidel, Peter Umanga Jensen were in the Scots College team. What a year, what a final that was.
But look at those stats, they really have evened up, haven't they, towards territory and possession. Ruck and mauls more for Rotorua. And there's that turnover. There is
They made that change?
captain Rowan Slater. That's a real concern for the last 5 minutes of this game. He wouldn't want to come off.
5 minutes and 25 seconds, both teams, 5 wins and 2 losses, 2 points separating them.
Stay here. Time on.
Tangi, 18, Enoka
Crouch.
and 19.
Bind. Set!
Elliott. Mitchell
Okay,
Windsor.
forward, stop there. All good.
Cole. Vakadula. Opting to try to find some space in the middle of the Rotorua defence line. A ball's been turned over.
Leave it 9, leave it 9.
Sabatini won the ball for Rotorua. And now they find some space down the right edge. Good defence from
Release.
Jacob Mitchell.
Leave it.
Perese Elliott. Takahashi.
Just watch that, Leighton.
Nice from Portima. Big dummy from Mitchell Windsor. A little over 4 minutes to go. Again, down the left edge, they've been good. Rotorua boys. Then the offload back on the inside. Ball is still in the field of play. Now they come the right side. Good run from Hutana. Couple of decoys. They're looking for the right edge. Te Aotea. Coming back on the right. Portima. Ball in 2 hands. teasing, probing, makes a strong run, 2.5 metres out. Rotorua, short ball, good defence from New Plymouth. As they say in sport, here it is. Here it is, it's a penalty advantage as well. Yes! Here's the moment, here's the chance.
Careful.
Whanua. If anybody deserves it, it's Whanua.
Well, that's a team try because it came down from the mistake with the turnover, and Sabatini pounced on the ball. That put that down to the pressure of Rotorua's defence. Sabatini gets it, and then all of a sudden they start working, and Portemba, oh, he's been terrific. He's very close to Sky Sports Player of the Day with his efforts of the whole 70 minutes, and then they just pick and drive. Cam Stone in a very good position says, yes, sirree. Job done.
And the wonderful, we had lots of good players today. He's in that group too. Kivita Whanua. The conversion is comfortable. .30 points to 21. Kick went short. And now lead by 9 points. And they've got the ball, the scoreboard and the clock all in their favour. Rotorua Boys High. What an amazing turnaround. The opening 20 minutes of this game, no ball, no field position.
Get out,
Lucky that they didn't concede 20 points in the first 20 minutes. They've showed us some character, some resilience, a real commitment as they looking for something special, but it's a 2-score equation for New Plymouth Boys High with a little over 60 seconds on the clock. Day scoops the ball, Parker. Now on the right side, Rauna comes in off the right foot. Parker.
Still playing
We're into the last minute of the game. Parker. Looking for runners. Walker.
Out the money, out!
In and then out from Cole.
Did they all get back?
Parker. A little double pump for Sifa. Now they shift. Parker goes in and they're now tackled. Less than 30 seconds.
Tackle!
Howlett. Now Plymouth Boys High looking to finish this game and their season on a positive note.
Plain advantage.
Tiaute coming forward. There's a penalty advantage as Cole comes in and then out and scores.
Great finish from Cole. He's made a real impact since he's come on, Rowan Cole. The sort of finish that you'd expect from New Plymouth Boys High School. They may have been beaten on the scoreboard here, but having the last say of the season for them, and it was a good one too. Lovely delivery from Tito, just looked up, saw his winger out there, had a lot of work to do, came back against the grain and stretches out the score.
Nice effort from Cole, but it will be Rotorua who will advance to the final. And what a impressive performance. Rotorua Boys High 30 over New Plymouth Boys High School 28.